Welcome to Wesley's Tasty Kitchen. I'm Christine, Wes's wife, and today I want to show you how to make and assemble a homemade lasagna. We already prepared the meat sauce the other day. You can find that recipe online. So all I have to do is assemble the lasagna today. We're having family over for dinner, so I'm just going to use an aluminum pan today for easier cleanup. And I'm also using oven-ready lasagna noodles, which don't require to be cooked beforehand. So before you start layering the lasagna, make sure that you spray your pan with cooking spray. Otherwise, your pasta is going to stick and create a mess. I also start by putting a little meat sauce on the bottom just to make sure that the noodles don't get stuck to the bottom. For the cheese filling, I'm using whole milk ricotta cheese. You can also use cottage cheese, but we prefer the ricotta. I'm adding an egg to it to bind it together, as well as a little garlic salt and a spoonful of pesto, which adds a nice flavor. And the cheese mixture, we prefer actually the full fat, 4% fat ricotta cheese, whole milk, whatever you want to call it. Some other people might want to use cottage cheese, that's fine as well, but we prefer the ricotta cheese. Just put that in a pan. In a bowl, not a pan. We're going to add a little bit of our secret sauce, which is the pesto. I just really like the flavor of that. It's garlicky, adds a little bit of color. For this small lasagna, I'm using 1 egg to bind it all together. A little bit of garlic salt, probably not a whole lot. The sauce has a lot of flavor. Just want the cheese mixture to come through. Just a little bit will do it, and then just kind of mix it up. Make sure it's all incorporated. Actually should be using my whisk, probably better. Just a quick stir. Make sure everything is incorporated. And we're ready to go. For this recipe, we're using the ready-made lasagna noodles versus the ones that you have to cook ahead of time. Either way is fine. The oven ready or just a time saver when you're really busy and you're trying to get ready for a party. So here we go. Just your first layer on top of the little bit of pasta sauce. This pan fits, I guess, with 3 noodles. And you can just kind of dab the mixture on top. You don't have to spread it. You know, once it heats up, it's going to spread out anyway. Just a little dab. Right there. Then I add the pasta sauce. Now make sure, whether you use oven-ready pasta or the ones that you have already cooked, that you cover all the edges completely with sauce, because otherwise you're going to end up with hard edges and nobody likes that. So just, you know, thin layer. Cover it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just the edges need to be covered. And then adding lots of mozzarella cheese. You can use the shredded or you can use the sliced, fine. I'm not too particular about that. We're cheese lovers in this family, so I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce on it. We prefer our lasagna not to be too overly saucy. I like it when I cut it to, you know, stay together and not fall apart. So just gonna moisten it a little bit.
Just tell me you repeat it what I did on the first
I'm gonna just repeat what I did earlier. Pasta, cheese mixture, and sauce. This is the last layer I'm gonna put on it. That's a 4-layer lasagna. I'm just going to use the rest of my cheese mixture. Just kind of dot it. Don't have to be perfect. It's all going to melt together. There you go. Put the cheese on it. It really doesn't matter, you know, if you put the cheese first or you put the sauce first. It's all going to cook together and it's going to be perfect. All right, last layer of our meat sauce. Like I said, make sure you cover the edges of your pasta, otherwise it's just going to be hard. And especially the oven-ready pasta needs that moisture to cook, so just remember that. Spread it around a little bit. Cover the edges. All right. Almost ready. And what I had mentioned earlier is I have 4 slices of Swiss cheese, which is like the